There are an estimated 790,000 orphans due to AIDS in Malawi, of which Rebecca is one of 10% of children who live with HIV. In Malawi, over 40% of the population lives below the poverty line. As a result, many children fail to complete their primary and secondary education. Rebecca, however, is one of the lucky 7% of girls who will complete school because of the education, care, and resources she gets for free from the Jacaranda Foundation.
After losing many members of my family to AIDS, literally over 14 in total, and I was working as a nanny in the USA, I decided that I wanted to do something to help back in my country. I was a nanny for 19 years in the USA, and I heard of a school closing in my village, and that's when I asked my mother if we could take these children and bring them into our home that my mother was renting out, and this was after my father had passed away, and that I would reimburse her for the rent, and so we could keep these kids in school. My main reason was because I felt that the only way out of these children's poverty and not having parents was through education. The school was opened in 2002. There were about 50 children, no desks, no chairs. This room that I'm actually sitting in right now is my bedroom. And until today, this room is used as a classroom, a standard 4 classroom. I did this from 2002, sending my salary each month. And in 2008, I was nominated as a top 10 CNN hero. When CNN came up and nominated me, I began to get donations from people from around the world. And within that time, within 6 months, I built a secondary school. We were able to build toilets with running water. We were able to build a physics and science lab.
We can use a chemical equation now to see what is happening.
From those 11 books in the library, today we have over 10,000 books in our library.
They are bags in 2A.
We have amazing programs that you won't see in schools here in Malawi, which are the arts, and which include music and sports and theater. We have students from here who are in the arts and music who have gone to England and performed at the pre-Olympics, students who have performed in Austria. These are the children who have come from this campus, whom people did not believe that they could succeed. This year we've had pass rates where our leaving certificate from primary to secondary was 100%. But you cannot give education alone, and that's why this school is known for providing education, nutrition, and medical health. Because without food, a child cannot come to school, and that is why we provide 2 meals of porridge a day for a child. But 98% of these children in this school are orphaned by AIDS, and a lot of them are living HIV. So we have a clinic on the premises where we have a full-time nurse who is keeping an eye on each and every student, sick or not sick, HIV or not, so that this allows the children to be able to attend school on a daily basis. So with this, education, nutrition, medical health, we are able to see the success of these children being able to finish high school and then enter colleges. Because whoever finishes high school at this school, we send to college. We get scholarships and they are attending college. We have done so much and we have developed the school, but there is more than that.
So at Jacaranda, we do a lot of outreach. We do actually more and more outreach because as the school has been growing and we've been able to provide services to all our 400 children, along the way, we've been studying helping them at home, helping their guardians at home, and we've realized that we need to help also the community because the child can only develop properly if the community is able to take care of the child. So the idea is actually to help transform these communities. So we have different projects for outreach. For instance, we are about to open a physiotherapy and AIDS counseling clinic. This came from the problems we faced at Jacaranda, seeing that some children have special needs, some children are living with HIV and AIDS, and they need special care. So this was born from Jacaranda, but we open it to all the villages around us. We also have an outreach of school libraries, the Mr. Lux libraries, which we open in public primary schools in our area. So these libraries are serving thousands and thousands of children who never had a chance to open a reading book before. We have received 38 letters of schools asking for libraries just in Blantyre area. And so far we have done 3 libraries and we have a 4th one coming up. Together with the libraries for the schools, we have 2 community libraries which are now open to everybody, to the public, so young people, children and adults alike. And in these 2 community libraries we also do literacy classes for women and men who would like to learn how to read and write. So again, we want to help transform these communities, develop these communities by giving them the chance to learn how to read and write. One of our key outreach programs for the communities is what we call the home support program, whereby we help the households of the most impoverished homes of our children at Jacaranda. So every month we give the family some food, sometimes we give an amount of money to help them pay the rent, and then we also renovate the houses. One of the families who benefited from this program is Rebecca and her sister and her mother. And since Rebecca and her sister, Elisa, are now in a decent house with a good roof, windows that close, doors that close, they feel safer, they're healthier, and they're able to study properly. So the impact is tremendous.
Because I felt that if your home is okay, kids will do well in school. What do I do for these women? I have to help them. So I came up with a program of the microcredit loan, which I then give them a small loan with no interest, which enables them to start a little business of their own. They go into the markets, they buy produce to sell, and this has been an amazing success. Because what it's done, it's empowered the women to start up their own businesses and take care of their households.
So now, Jacaranda, we've been developing Jacaranda for the past 14 years now, but a lot remains to be done. We have 2 huge projects for our school right now. We are building and developing a technical school. It's a compound made of 7 houses, and each house has to be renovated. So far we have renovated 3 houses out of 7, and each house will become a workshop. So we'll have the media school, we'll have the beauty school, we'll also have the tailoring school, we'll have the catering school, where the students will learn how to cook and how to bake. We'll have the arts and signwriting school, and we'll have the IT and e-learning school. This project is very important, the vocational school, because it will give a chance to some students who are not able to reach college in Malawi, who don't have the level to reach college, but who want to learn practical skills. So it's a very important project, which is not only for our students at Jacaranda, but also for students in the community. Now, the future of Jacaranda, the project that really symbolizes the future of Jacaranda, is the huge land that we have been able to purchase through a donor, on which we are starting building a preschool. Because we've seen the problem with children in our area who don't go to preschool, never been to preschool, who don't know the alphabet, who don't know how to count when they arrive in school, and they're already behind. So a preschool is a very precious project, very important project. It will be for orphan children in our communities, and it's a beautiful project, and the land is really big, really large, which will give us then the chance to develop further projects in the future that we cannot even imagine yet.
Our work here at Jacaranda, my work, is to give everybody a chance. Girls like Rebecca, who came here when she was just a little girl, these children are the ones who are going to be developing this country, their community, their surroundings, and growing up with the intention of, okay, I was an orphan and I was helped, so what can I do for my own country?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving me a hope and a future.